Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, the final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded in the end zone.
The Giants
are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And two-guy under center.
Well, we've had that bittersweet week of the NFL season, haven't we? The last week of the regular season, Week 17. Come on, Brandon. Can he win the MVP? Can he do it here in this last game?
Well, he's got to make a strong impression here in the final week. It's an interesting race. My MVP ballot is at the top of my email right now, and I'm not voting until we've seen all the games here today.
I like that. I respect a man that waits until the season is over, doesn't turn it in early. I think if he has a big game here and gets a little bit of help, maybe other guys don't play as well, he's got a great shot.
Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
A loss of a yard on the...
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And able to find Green. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on
2nd and 6. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They run it again with Janovich. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Andy Janovich with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
They'll look to throw, and that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
Makes the score Giants 8. 49.
Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll return it from the 6. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game. All right, there's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them we'll see you in 2 weeks.
16-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
The pass.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Giants 8, 49ers nothing.
He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Giants. Marquise Brown, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. Incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 25-yard line.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
A loss of 9.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Pushing through tacklers at the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he will have a Giants 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Now Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Kamara. He won't go down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's a gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The Giants will again come to the line here and try for 2. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
You're nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
The quarterback taken down.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. Now back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
The Giants will.
They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. They went for it.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, with the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And able to haul it in is Kittle.
The pass.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
46.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here we go now as they will again try for 2.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown.
Jalen Reagor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers able to get this back to some measure of respectability.
Matt Gay on for the.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, past the 20, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Alvin Kamara.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
At the 45.
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And running with power here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Kamara. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 15 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive defensive side of the ball? They certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Less than a yard.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 40.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
They'll run on first down. Camp. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
And a yard.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Terry, the ball carrier. A.J. Terrell on the tackle. A pickup of 2 yards. And the 49er first down.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
A loss of 6.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Second and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
The quarterback 7.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. On the ground, this is Kamara.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's 2nd and 8. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
First down.
It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. And even 40 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 and a first down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll run it with Kamara. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with it.
At their own 21-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Gain of 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Keep it up, guys. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Yo.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 6 yards to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Giants. 59 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So the ref makes a call. No touchdown there. Wipe it off the board. Running with Kamara. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They run it again with Kamara. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Back to throw here, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
The onside kick recovered by
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.